Hi everyone, I'm Rob Ladd, and this is the Cavalier Sports Report, where we sit down with head coaches and players from Johnson County Community College to take an inside look at Cavalier athletics. Today's guest is men's basketball player and NJCAA All-American Ronnie Boggs. We're joined now by Ronnie Boggs of the Johnson County Cavaliers men's basketball team. Ronnie, you're kind of a point forward, not really center, I guess, because of height, but you really do your damage all around the court. Talk about the transition moving from high school basketball at Grandview, Missouri to Johnson County Community College.
I mean, coming from Grandview really wasn't that big of a transition. I mean, we was actually a winning program in Grandview, and we was state qualified, got second. But the difference was coming to Johnson County was it's a college level, it moves much faster. And I mean, it's more actual structure with our team at Johnson County. We make our focus off of running plays and just getting open shots in. So it was just basically coming more basketball smart.
Now you're talking about getting open shots. You're a guy that can really hit the shot from just about anywhere on the court. We were really surprised with your versatility because you've got kind of that long athletic body, but you can hit the outside shot. Do you think that's something that's helped you out this season?
It helps out a lot. I mean, because going into the college level is a lot much bigger players, and they're right there waiting in the paint, so you need to learn how to knock down an open shot for you to be able to score, because it's not all the time you're going to be able to get a wide open layup.
Now talk about creating your own shot, because athletically that's something you were able to do better than anybody else on the team.
It was just something that actually just came natural. Like you said, it's just being an athlete. I mean, just came and tried to create my own shot. From the very beginning, I started getting my stuff blocked a couple times, and so I just had to adjust and finally figured out how I could get my shot off.
What was the toughest part about college basketball versus high school?
Just basically playing through. I mean, it's more physical. I have to say that's probably the toughest part. It's a way bigger physical game, and then you just got to play through it because the refs ain't going to really call everything. They're expecting like you're on the college level, so, you know what I mean, you got to play through it.
You made All-American honors this week, and you were honored as, I think, a Conference Player of the Week a couple times earlier this season. You dropped 36 points in one game this year. I had the pleasure of calling a few of your games. Do you keep an eye on recognitions and stuff like that when you get honored by something, or are you just trying to stay in the game week to week?
I mean, I always still try to keep myself focused. I mean, I love being honored, and it's a pleasure to get them honors, but I always just try to keep a straight eye and always just look at the bigger goal.
All right. Because as the season went on, I mean, you were pretty much you're a double-double waiting to happen. I'm pretty sure you led the team in double-doubles this season. Do you have any games that kind of stand out in your mind? Was there one game where you just felt like you were on? I mentioned you scored 36 earlier in the season.
Yeah, that game, I mean, that was one of those games where I was just shooting and it was all falling. I mean, so I just kept taking the shots. I have to say that game, and I have to say the game versus Brown Mackey here, where I also had a double-double. I mean, it was just a hard-fought game that I was trying to win, and just did everything I could and ended up coming out on top.
You guys are a pretty young team this year. You had a really sophomores basically in Kyle and Hayden. I mean, those are the main guys you returned that had any kind of playing experience. What's it look like for next year?
I mean, it have a lot of freshmen in, like you said, and so it doesn't do nothing but help because we have a lot of experience now, and we are all been through the conference and know how it's played, and we know how referees, and we know how basically college level goes, and so it can do nothing but help us in the future.
Sounds good. All right. So we were talking a little bit before the interview. You have this move that you do that I haven't seen anything like it when I'm calling the games, where you kind of shield right, you dribble left, and it's a scoop move that was pretty much, because of the way you use your body, it's almost unblockable. How do you develop offensive moves?
I mean, just in the gym, that's when you're practicing by yourself. You just try stuff that think that you'll be able to work in using the game. And so as you use it, the very first time you see it work, you got to continue to work on it to get better. And so, like I was saying, when I first came in the game, to the college level, I kept getting my stuff blocked, and it was just one of those moves that I could get off, and so I had to keep using it. And then shielding my body, the defender couldn't get to the ball.
Now, what are you doing now that the season is over? I mean, you're staying prepared. You want to do good next year.
Right, yeah. I stay in the gym and always work on my weaknesses. My main focus for this off season was to get a shot off the dribble, running dribble, and just constantly putting up shots and to get my shot better.
Sounds good. Ronnie, thanks for being with us, man. I know it's a short interview, but I appreciate you coming by and joining us.
No problem.
Thanks, dude.